Так, всем здравствуйте. Продолжаем играть в ELEX. Остановились мы на входе в Хорд. Выполняли там задание на пропуск. Так. По-моему, я все подобрал. Или нет? А, нет, это квест для Рэя. У нас... Так, вот этот квест. Так? Да, все верно. Все, пойдемте сдавать его. Так. Давно не записывал серию. Уже немножко подзабыл, что мы выполнили. Но это ладно, я вспомню по ходу дела. Так, давайте.
I think I found your goods.
You did! You did!
Да?
Yes. Is this what?
Yes! Yes, that's what I needed! Damn it, I'm back in business! So, what can I do for you? Shards? A trading permit for the Hort? A discount on goods, you name it!
It's always good to have a choice.
Давай разрешение на торговлю в Хорте. Не, ну да, давайте разрешение.
Give me the trading permit for the Hort.
Yes, yes, you got it! Good luck, I'll see you in the Hort.
Спасибо. Так, мы, по-моему, открывали, да? Да, открывали. Ну что ж, это город клирков. За них я помню играл, когда на средней сложности еще играл. Но квесты здесь мне очень нравились.
Not another step. You are walking on the holy ground of Kalan. The only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits.
The clerics say they lead the free people, yet here they are closing their gate to us.
Suck it up and live with it, Berserker.
Where am I?
You are in Ignadon, at the Hort. The repository of Magalan's knowledge, and the last bastion of the free people against the threat of the Alps.
So how can I get in?
Sorry, I thought I made that clear. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric, a recruit, or you have a trading permit.
Так, ну чувак, у меня есть
I
разрешение.
have a trading permit. Let me through.
You? Where did you get a trading permit? I've never seen you here before. Come, show me this permit of yours. It looks in order. You may enter the Hort, but I will have to keep hold of this permit. It's standard regulations. You'll get it back once it's been checked out, if there aren't any problems with it.
Да ты охренел. Ладно.
Okay. You have a deal.
Good. Then I'll explain the rules for entry before you get yourself in trouble. You won't find Kalan's commandments too strict. You should know that anyone bringing initiates into the Hort will be responsible for them. All initiates must be clear of mind. Chems are forbidden. Anyone found taking them will need to report to the suggesters for re-education. All who are clear of mind must hear Kalan's words. All must adhere to his wisdom and tell others of it. For we need to recruit. We've taken losses in our battle with the Albs. And now the Berserkers and the Outlaws are trying to take advantage of that. Which is crazy. If we fall, then who is going to stop the Albs sweeping all the free people from Magalan? Those who wish to join us must come to the Hort to train. The successful ones become acolytes. That's it. Briefing over. You are free to move about Hort.
Так, спасибо.
Who's in charge here at the Hort?
Our adjudicators, Reinhold and Ulbricht. You will find them at the rear of the stronghold in the cathedral. They are served by the paladins, legates, and acolytes here in the Hort. And all who are here follow Kalan. His wisdom guides us all.
You have a lot of machines here.
The Hort holds and protects old world knowledge. We, the clerics, have kept it, developed it, and hold it in trust for all Magalan. Our mechs hold back the Albs. I hope we can find more people to stand and fight beside them.
Do you offer any sort of training here?
The man you're looking for is Hagen. Just go through the stairs by the lava pit. He's usually up there somewhere.
Так, ну для начала давайте-ка мы попробуем его немножечко полутать.
Got it.
Тем более аж целых 136 эликсита. Чашка, изящная чашка. Нет, не будем забирать эту хрень, оставшуюся. Пока что. Может быть попозже. Так. Давайте опять контрактник. Мало ли какое-нибудь задание зацепим. Выполним. Столовые.
The
О,
clerics
видите?
think they were blessed by their god. What sort of a god would make you live here?
You don't like it?
This place seems to want to devour all natural light. And with light fades life.
Согласен, согласен. Тут искусственное освещение, конечно. Так, акалит. Так, ну этот чувак, которому мы помогли. Че у тебя
Let's
есть?
trade.
You're speaking.
Тейк. Рецепты. Стимы. Странно, они же запрещены. Как бы здесь нам сам сказал чувак. Вообще самогон нам нужен, да? Самогон нам нужен. Давайте возьмем. Так. Марта.
Where did they pick you up? You look like you've walked through the whole Alb War to get here. Here, take this. It looks like you could use it. Just don't tell anyone, all right?
Thank you. We must all work together.
Yeah, it's nice to know at least one other person gets that. Reaching out, it's the only way to prove we mean what we say.
Ну, девчонки походу поладили, так что так вы никому. Не, давайте поблагодарим все-таки пищу дали.
Thanks. The food is appreciated.
Manners, too. I hope you stick around. From now on, though, you'll have to fit in with the daily rations. Once a day, in the refectory. It might not be tasty, but it'll keep you alive. The daily rations are free for our happy family of clerics. Everyone else has to pay.
How long have you been in charge of the refectory?
I was assigned here when the last food technician sent a dozen men to the infirmary. It wasn't my first choice, but the job came with a promotion, a safe posting, and a complete absence of rippers.
Do you feed everyone here in the Hort?
Yes, with help from others and our technology. It was join a faction and stay alive. So, glory to Kalan. Yes, there are some issues. Some of our order are a bit strict to the point of being an asshole, and the food sucks, but at least we're not murderous outlaws.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
Так, давайте посмотрим, что у нее можно продать. Так. Охренеть, у нас тут всякого дерьма накопилось. Вообще нам вот это не нужно, наверное. Так, подождите-ка. Энергоячейки. Стрелы нафиг не нужны. Трундler уже оставим. Вот болты. Хотя копья оставим, они довольно редкие. Плазменные ячейки тоже продадим. Болты. Ракеты оставим. Так, это мы все оставляем. Сигареты продаем. Бумагу тоже продадим. Мобиль. Динозаврик. Не знаю, зачем они вообще нужны. Вторая монета. Мягкая туалетная бумага. Тоже оставим нас. Тоже, наверное, не нужно. Может оказаться ценной находкой. Я не знаю, их открывать можно? Давайте пока оставим. Так, чашек у нас дофига. Вообще просто хера денег. Метел набрали. Пец, кружек тоже. Фильник. Ставим десяточек. Не знаю, зачем они нужны. И молотков. Ставим 5. 4 даже. Полезные аптечки зачем вообще? Плайеры. Так, ну это пока мы все ставим, все книжки. Моток тоже оставим. Этих тоже десяточка ставим. Мочки нам нужны. Так, это реагенты, да, у нас получается. Так, это оставим все. Так, это тоже мы все ставим. Одноразовые заклинания, создающие силовую волну. Вообще нам это не надо, наверное. Стоит вообще фига. Хотя ладно, ставим. Так. Шахтерскую каску нам, наверное, не нужна. Ставим. Так. Ставим пока охотника. Труженика вот нам не нужно. Амулеты мы. Так. Оптимальное здоровье, выносливость. Кольцо можно одно только пить. Так, ну...
What good?
Of course.
Вообще мы так приумножили баблишко. Так, блин, жаль, у нее нет. Кого бы еще ELEX купить? У Айлика можно было, да, у берсерков покупать, но что-то, блин, у него нет. Да. Так, ладно. Давайте спросим, почему такая плохая еда.
Ignadon's rocky soil isn't the best for growing things. So, we have to supplement with manufactured substitutes. Nutritionally balanced, designed for body and a balanced metabolism. They sort of forgot the flavor.
I can give you some food for my supplies.
I take that offer of help. But you're right. Maybe supplementing our supplies is a good idea. I know some people on the outside who haven't joined the faction. They could trade with us. Yeah, that would help them and us.
Why haven't you started trading already?
Because I want this done diplomatically. To organize something we can keep going in the future. That means finding someone who understands the people out there as well as those in here. Do you think that's you?
Мне уже доверяете? Ну ладно, давайте.
I can negotiate the food supplies for you.
This will take tact. I don't want guns waved around. There's to be no bloodshed. But if you really want to make a difference and help us start working together, then I'm prepared to trust you. They put together survival packs with fresh meat in them. They're hunters, you see. If you could get me 20 of those packs, anything we can get to supplement what the foraging units bring in has to be a help. So talk to them and see if you can make it an ongoing arrangement.
Sure.
Where are the people you want to trade with?
They've set up a makeshift camp southwest of Hort.
Мы
Find
видели
our
уже
outpost out
одного
there and go
мужичка
north. You'll find them there. See what they need, and if we can
в
make this a
предыдущей
long-term
серии.
arrangement,
Не
right?
хотел с нами разговаривать, я так понимаю, это один из них. Так,
Do you
есть
have
ли
some
еда?
food for me?
I can understand that you're hungry, but you will have to wait 24.
Так, понятно.
How do we move on from here?
Сутки.
A few shards and all
Так,
this.
можно брать? Можно. Хорошо. Ух, блок сигарет валяется. Фига себе, в мусорке кто-то выкинул. Тут никто не курит, походу. Томаты. Ну вот, кстати, куда можно... Я же вроде отклонил. Ну ладно. Давайте целебное зелье купим. Почему маленькое? Так, что у нас здесь еще? Интересно, можно ли обокрасть? Так, давайте посмотрим.
Sneaking around while other people are watching you is pretty pointless.
What are you up to?
Видно, нет. Давайте. Супер легкий. Какой-то сундук ни о чем. Да, нет ничего здесь такого нормального. Есть только вот.
Why you creeping a fucking thief?
Ой-ой-ой. Понял я, да? Короче, что не стоит.
Too easy.
Не стоит пока что воровать. Да и вообще у нас денег, по сути, так-то навалом. Нам бы скупать. Элексит. Так, это мы вышли здесь, да? Угу. Так, ну пойдемте дальше смотреть, что у нас. Где мы сейчас? Ну вообще этот город такой запутанный. Самый запутанный, да?
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout, and you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
Keep your questions to yourself.
Oh, you're the mysterious type. I can understand that. This is a small place. Secrets don't stay secret here long. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
Yep.
No. Should I have?
Oh yeah! He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Ну давайте
Tell me
узнаем.
about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how ELEX could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us. although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside, and when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives.
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the...
Да почему бы и нет, в принципе. Харизма 4. Есть у меня харизма?
I'll think about it.
Good. Great. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.
Нет, к клирикам мы не будем присоединяться.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Hort. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
Чему-то можно
Teach me
научить.
some.
Yeah?
Барыга. Что значит увеличивает ремесленные навыки? Блин, конечно, очень плохо тут пишут. Насколько увеличивают? Чего увеличивают? Непонятно. Ладно. Сохранимся. Какая-то хрень. Ладно. Так, где мы не были? Мы, по-моему, там не были. Железная руда. Так. Ты кто?
What are you doing here?
Клирик. Понял, сюда нельзя, да? Что это за место? Волк.
Whoa, 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 watch yourself there. It's not safe around here. Trust me, you gotta watch your step. Otherwise, you'll end up squashed flatter than an Alb's conscience. Just be careful, alright?
Was that a threat?
What? No. It was a warning. But don't let me keep you with all my chatter. I've gotta get back at it. I'm reckoning you're not that into ore extraction techniques anyway.
Да, ну ладно.
You bang rocks together, right?
Yeah, right.
What are you doing out here?
Here, we are the farmers of industry. While there are those who tend the land to grow food, we feed industry. There's not a drone, fighting machine, or regulation hair clip that's not made of the metal we mine here.
Why don't you just have the machines work for you?
They claim it's too tricky for robots. I think it's just too tricky for the programmers. They assumed mining was easy, and so, several flat robots proved them wrong. Well, producing enough for the front line is the Hort's first priority. Besides, there's more to mining than boring and smashing. Not that the people they send here are always better than machines. Cross a suggester and there's a good chance you'll get sent here to try and mine out rock after someone's rewired your brain. But maybe you're not a prisoner sent here by a suggester.
Do you need something doing here?
Maybe, but outsiders don't usually work out well here. Listen, don't get me wrong. You came from outside and I'm still talking to you. That should be enough to make it clear I don't have anything against you, but, you know, this work is tricky. That said, maybe I can think of a way for you to earn some shards, if you're willing.
What do you want doing?
It's a bit of an ask, but an outsider's my best bet for getting it done. You see, I want Eli to disappear. He's a prisoner here, and he's a threat to the community. And now the suggesters are saying they can correct him. That they can put him in armor and send him out with weapons. And I am telling you, the guy is a ticking time bomb. That can only end badly.
Why do you think he's dangerous?
I saw it in his eyes. There was nothing but blank hate there. I don't care how strong those suggesters think they are. It's hardwired into him. They ain't gonna erase that with suggestion. He is going to blow, and they will have put a weapon in his hand when he does. He needs to be taken care of before he kills people we do need.
Why can't you just leave Eli to the suggesters?
Oh, they can be successful. I've seen enough people turn up here like drones after being given the treatment, but it's not 100%. And taking a chance with him is taking a chance with other people's lives. How is that a fair gamble? Besides, I don't want him hanging around here as a cleric. No, someone needs to get Eli out of that place and through the Hort's gate. Then someone can kill him outside the Hort and no one would know. They'd all assume he'd escaped.
And you want me to do that?
I know it's a lot to ask, but, well, yes. It's your choice. I'm sorry to put you in this position, but the words have been said. Now you have to choose if you'll help me. I've put my trust in you.
Eli, значит. Ладно, посмотрим, что за перец, что он нам скажет. Может быть, он будет более убедительный, чем волк. Так, что у нас тут? Бойный молоток. Железная руда. Не знаю, пригодится ли она нам. Поработали. Так, спокойно. Блок сигарет, нихера, они, походу, просто тут пачками. Просто 400 элексита. С нифига. Так, что это за дорога? Хорт это, конечно, самый такой город.
Listen to me, disciple of Kalan. The dam in Abessa has been recaptured from the Alps and is in the hands of Kalan. Faith is pure. Faith will triumph. And so, another stray comes to seek safety in the arms of Kalan. Welcome to the Horde, the stronghold of the clerics. Your presence here can only mean that Kalan's light shines upon you. Open yourself to this opportunity. Give yourself over to the teachings of Kalan.
Нет, спасибо.
Not interested.
Then you turn your back not only on Kalan, but on your own future. You should learn what Kalan offers all of us. Then I'm sure you will make the correct decision.
Who are you?
I am Oswald. When Brother Rayner found me, I was just a wretched pile of misery. I was blind to who I could be. Rayner built me up, gave purpose to my life. Now, I'm spreading the teachings that saved me from destroying myself, in hope that those words can be the salvation of others, that they can save all of Magalan. So I invite you to stay here and contemplate with us, brother.
Tell me more about Kalan.
Before the comet burned the face of Magalan, the prophet Arvid foresaw the danger. He received the teachings of Kalan in whispers, and tried to warn the people of Magalan of the horror that was to come. They must reject the distractions of the world and give themselves over to the pursuit of knowledge. Each must seek the purity of knowledge. Each must seek out the strongest, the fittest, the brightest. And so, Kalan came to the people and promised if they did this, if they worked together to follow the path to the infinite skies, then he would save them from the horror that was to come. But they would not listen. And so, the comet destroyed the civilization that was here on Magalan. Now, if we are to survive the dangers that are yet to come, we must listen to the words of Kalan and hear his wisdom. Only the pure will be taken up into the infinite skies. Only under the infinite skies will we truly see all. We must trust in Kalan.
You really believe this troll piss?
Ignorance shouts loudly in the face of knowledge. You'd better listen to what I'm telling you, to where knowledge counts above all. There, we will truly see the universe as it is. The path to enlightenment is difficult, and only those who are worthy will receive Kalan's blessing. Look inside yourself and take my words to heart. May they be a guide in the times to come. All who have faith
Какой-то
will be
очередной
saved.
фанатик. Так. Где мы не были?
Carry Kal-
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Can I look around?
Can you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics. So go in and look around. If anything will push back the power of temptation, it's what you'll see in there. Move along.
Что ж ты тогда меня остановил, если можно? Погано, даже забирать эту хрень не буду. Так. Кася. Ребята, вы чего?
No, no. Not me.
I acted against Kalan. I must face my punishment. Let my faith be proven.
No, 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 no. I'm not ready yet. No, no, no.
Где?
Not me. I won't. Kalan will save me. Sin.
Вот и лай.
No.
Those self-righteous bastards. They should all rot. Every last one of them. Can't you see the truth about
О, я
them?
вижу, да.
And you? What about you? Don't tell me you're planning on joining those lunatics. You can't be that stupid. Just get me the fuck out of here, will you? These bastards have got no right to keep me here.
You're obviously not here willingly.
No shit. I was kidnapped so they could try and brainwash me into joining this cult. But they won't get me so easily.
How did you end up here?
They said we attacked one of their outposts. Total bullshit. What do they think I am, suicidal? Anyway, they wouldn't listen. They dragged me here and tried to brainwash me. But their bullshit didn't take. I remembered everything. And so instead of setting me free, they dropped me down here.
Where are you from?
Tavar. A bunch of these assholes came over the border. These idiots I was with were too busy fighting among themselves to see the clerics creeping up on us. They ambushed us out there and then dragged us to Ignadon after we'd been wounded.
But you do have a plan.
Plan? I don't have a plan. Not yet. I just know I have to get out of here. I won't let them turn me into some mindless slave.
And you expect me to help you?
Expect? I don't expect anything. But I hope you can see what these clerics say about free people is bullshit. They don't care about freedom. They want to brainwash you. So, will you help me?
I know the dangers, but it's very wrong for him to be kept against his will.
Maybe.
Maybe? What's maybe? This is a world of action. Maybe won't save you when they try to fry your mind, like they tried with me. You think on that.
So, about your escape. You must have some ideas.
First thing, it can't be my escape. I want my friend to get out of here too. I gotta get my friend Wolf out of here somehow. Only problem is, he's already one of them. He thinks he's a fucking cleric. I've spoken to him. He doesn't remember a damn thing about me. Or where he came from. But that's not your problem, I suppose. I can handle that if you get me a weapon and a disguise. Get me that, and we can move forward from there. But hurry. I don't know how long I can hold out against the Suggestors. 2 days, and they might take my mind.
Is there any equipment you need to help your escape?
Well, my axe will be useful. I'll bet it's being stored in the house of the Suggestors. They store anything they confiscate in there. It's bound to be guarded, though, so be careful. And if you can get me some clothing from the merchants in the miners' quarter, that should help me get out without being noticed. I can't escape in this clothing. But when you get the stuff, bring it all together, okay? This cell doesn't give me a chance to hide anything from the eyes of the clerics, okay?
Wolf wants to see you dead.
Of course he does. He's been brainwashed. He thinks he's a cleric now. Poor bastard.
Ладно. Тоже так думаю, что мозги... Нельзя так человека держать. Промывать ему мозги. Так, давайте сохранимся, давно не сохранялись. Так, что здесь у нас? Ты кто? Гаси палач.
What is it you want? It's prayer.
What is this place?
Here, we bring peace and honor to those who refuse Kalan. For only an honorable death can bring salvation. Only an honorable death can purify a tainted soul. And so, I bring honor to the souls who break Kalan's commandments.
This is cruelty.
Think what you want, Berserker. But you will see what happens when you stand before Kalan one day, and he turns you away. Then you will pray for this honor.
And I thought exile was cruel enough.
Да. И ребята. Так, ладно, пойдем дальше. осматриваться. Поможем мы обязательно Илаю. Не хочу я, чтобы он тут гнил. Так. Где мы? Еще там не были, да? Блин, запутаться, конечно, в этом городе очень легко. О, телепорт. Отлично. Так, ты кто?
Any
Мастер брони?
asshole caught stealing will be sent to this.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low on resources here. I can't go wasting them on thieves. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are limited. Only those who have acquired that rank can get that reward.
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you what you...
Есть огнемет. Топливо. Давайте купим. Что я тебе могу продать? А, нет. Моя. Так. Дубина. Давайте продадим дубину. Нужна она. Рогатый топорик. Класс. А откуда мы его взяли? Помню уже, ну ладно. Вот змеиный был. Лук нам тоже не нужен. В любом случае мы все стрелы продали. Так, что тут у нас?
Stone and metal. If only they spent such effort healing the planet instead of ripping her flesh from her bones.
Ох, сигарет. Так, что здесь? Архив? О, никто не стоит. Повезло.
Be careful what you do here. Alt, state your business. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Then don't Kalan.
Так, понятно. Это тот самый чел, да? Ты тут главный. Да, один из главных. Рейнхальд.
So, here is the wanderer I have heard about.
Да я только пришел, а ты уже тут слышал обо мне.
Everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Horde, and the Horde stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Why should I join you?
Because we can show you the path to salvation, for yourself and for all. The Prophet Arvid helped preserve the knowledge of the past, and set us on a course to use it to build a few. You can be a part of that. You can find your true purpose.
Ни к чему не хочу присоединяться. Давайте спросим.
Then Kalan, good. I can. May your time in the Horde be peaceful and productive.
So, who are you? The welcoming committee?
I am adjudicator. I oversee everything in the Horde, from punishment to initiation.
Tell me about the other adjudicators.
Adjudicator Johan fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Kalan have mercy on his soul. Adjudicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Idan and all operations outside its borders. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
What's happening in the city?
Kalan is wise, but mysterious. Through the prophet Arvid, he warned us of the comet and the downfall of our world. He laid down the foundations for the clerics out of the ashes of the old civilization. To Kalan, knowledge and wisdom are sacred. It is through knowledge and understanding that we can find our way to the infinite skies and a true understanding of ourselves.
Infinite skies?
A place of true enlightenment and salvation. Kalan teaches us that the comet's fires will not be the only challenge we face in our quest for survival. If we are to save the people of this world, we must teach them Kalan's ways, that we must work together and gather all the knowledge we can. Because when the next catastrophe strikes our world, only those who have been prepared will survive.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to further it, was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we're the last bastion against the Owls. Our strength, our faith, and our technology are the only things that can stop them. Where the outlaws profit and the berserkers roll in the dirt, we have knowledge. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was, and much more. Join us, and you can participate in our knowledge, faith, and our technology.
Explain the rules of the Horde to me.
Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and fair. They are rules to be found. Theft, physical assault, murder. You may face a fine, re-education, or for the and of course, your soul will pay. Stay with us, and you will abide by the words of eternity.
Понятно.
So, you decide who becomes a cleric and who doesn't?
Correct. Initiates are only allowed to join us when I decide they are worthy. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, then I would welcome them into our community. And every acolyte that joins us can then begin on the path of enlightenment to gain promotion here.
I'm not sure. I would like to think about it.
Each man must choose his own path. I hope you change your mind. But in the meantime, perhaps you could assist me in something. I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish themselves here. Someone with a more objective viewpoint. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
Is chem dealing a big problem here in the Hort?
I had thought we were free of their vile product, but it seems we do have something of a problem. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. That should prevent this from becoming a... If you think you can find these dealers, I would welcome your insight.
It is significant that ELEX causes so...
We are bound together by our...
Then remember that next time you send your mechs into Idan.
It is clear to me that we must face the Albs together. It is the Berserkers who have...
So, you think you are responsible for holding back the Albs?
That is the task of the clerics now. Personally, I oversee the defense of the Hort. It is Judicator Ulbricht who is overseeing the war, but then at least his work is black and white. There are Albs, and there are clerics. While I must decide which category these separatists belong in. Visitors, vagrants, travelers, and enigmas, they are all part of my responsibility.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
Do you have any leads on where they may be operating?
Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them, but he doesn't seem to have had much luck so far. You should check what leads he has. To my knowledge, he had slimmed the investigation down to 3 suspects. You should start with them.
Who does Dietrich suspect?
He can explain his methodology to you. But as I recall, it was a simple process of rejecting anyone who lacked the requisite access and opportunity. You should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report. Anecdote and memory are best not relied on in these cases.
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal. So we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he's no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
Where can I find these guards?
Well, there's that. Then there is the mine guard and the factory. Have you been to the mine? If not, the factory guards patrol to the north.
Понял. Так, ну давайте еще поговорим. Он сказал на верхнем этаже, да? Так.
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
This is the worst place to come for that. The clerics define themselves by the past.
The past sets rules for us to follow. But for individuals, each must have a chance to rewrite themselves.
It sounds like you're trying a sales pitch on me.
Oh, faith sells itself. But sometimes it helps to point people in the right direction.
Не похож, что он злится.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Hort?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the technology he's given us, and in the men and women who carry it. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the comet, and while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Albs, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Hort serve? And the answer can only be the Albs. You've seen them. The converters they build on our lands. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the north and from the lands of all the free people. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
You need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must work together with Kalan to lead us all. We must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. Then together we can destroy the Albs. I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you're suitable for this role, I must know who you are. And I need an honest answer.
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alb commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do Albs come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the Free People?
I am free from ELEX. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you're here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the ELEX and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
Are the Albs still attacking the Hort?
It has been some time since their last major assault. But I'm sure you know that already, Commander Jax. By the attacks we've suffered took too many brave souls. Souls who would have been better improving Magalan than lining graves. The death of Judicator Johann was a particular shot. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted, and the Albs haven't attacked us in such strength again. Well, that is my hope. They could simply be massing for a bigger assault. We've had time to retrain, regroup, but it is hardly a secret that we are short of personnel. So, if you are here working for the Albs, you'll see nothing that's not known already. And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that damned converter of theirs. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans, or perhaps they're just waiting for us to attack it before they strike again.
What do you know about the Alb forces? The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 garrisons supported by fighting machines and colossi.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait for an Alb attack or strike first?
The converter has to be taken out of operation. It is the only way to free Ignadon, and the longer they sit there, the more time they have to prepare. We need to attack the converter, but it will take a major offensive, and that will cost us in lives and material.
Why have you waited so long to attack? Surely they get stronger while you're waiting.
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the Hort. While our production lines have made up for our losses in fighting machines, they can't do the same with people. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with another issue. The shortage of a commander with real field experience.
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's commandments are where my strengths lie. We need someone like you. An experienced commander, Someone who understands the Alps. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Alps. Will you fight with us? Soldier or commando, we need people who have seen the world.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragments. Though I'm sure I was betrayed so someone could take my place.
No? Well, humility is an important trait in a leader. Or do you have another reason for not wanting to be considered?
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your doors? Do you always trust people so easily?
I trust my faith, and there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the free people? Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent, someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will find you your experience, Commander.
Good. Then go out to the other free people. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Alps. Someone willing to lead from the front by example.
You sound like you really believe we will find someone out there.
Faith and necessity sometimes breed hope. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. If they decline, try their commanders. May Kalan and good fortune be with you.
Так, ну давайте на этой ноте закончим. Продолжим мы в следующей серии. Осматривать хорд. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.